here we are at windy.com. Looking like a lot of these lines are kind of coming all over here to this little meeting place right over here near Carlton Place in Canada. Actually, we're going to do a little part 3. So that's in Canada. You can see here is Michigan. Okay, you got Bad Axe, where the state line is here, and Canada comes up here. So, yeah, it's looking like it's right over here. All these lines are kind of pointing over here. It looks like obviously we've got stuff going on over here in Toronto. I know there's a star fort over here, but this one just kind of seems in the middle of nowhere. So we come over here, and I find it here. Fort Seneville. She's right here. This little four corners. It's a little guy. It's older. I mean, this is the design of it. Back in, 1671 to 1776. Burned, and is made of stone. Of course, most of your star forts are going to be made out of stone. Stone 1701. So we'll come down and it shows this. So Ottawa, that's where we're at. Now come over here to Google Earth, and sure enough, there it is. Now here's those little lines of land that look like that it had here. I'm assuming this is where the boats would come back in the day to put their boats, to dock them, if you will. Oh, where did that go? Yeah, see? These here, these are underwater now. Isn't that something? That water rose that much. Yep, there it is. Well, there's another one. See if we can find another. As we see another here, we've got Toronto, Canada. See lots of lines and things coming over this way, over towards Toronto, little anomalies that are kind of happening. And so I'm like, well, there's got to be something over here, Toronto area, right? There's got to be. So I zoomed on in, and as I got closer, found this little place right here. And it is called Fort York National Historic. Look at that. So it's like, okay, it's an old fort. Looks like there's a wall in the background, so let's go check it out on Google Earth. And sure enough, there you go. Little snowflake-like corners. It's not perfect by any means, but there is definitely triangular snowflake patterns, star patterns types, if you will. Looks like at one time this used to be bigger, but of course the highway came in and decimated this thing. I mean, we are a species with amnesia, and we forget a lot of our heritage, a lot of things that actually kind of made us who we are. But if you look over here, look at that, more triangle shapes over here. Oh, look, there's kind of more over here too. I mean, this looks like an old, run-down ramshack building. Why has that not been taken down? You know? Empty parking lot area. I don't know. But this is definitely pretty suspicious coming on with the size of this. How this goes, who knows? Very interesting, though. It's a long story short, folks, where we see a lot of these anomalies happening. There seems to be a star fort at the center of every single one of them somewhere. It's amazing. The star fort energy, and windy.com is actually giving us a look at it. It's showing us clues. But we do need to get onto some solar weather. Yeah, let's get to it. And here we are looking at the last 3 days. It looks like yesterday evening we had one pop off as a C 8.88 triple eights. Wow. Infinity, huh? That would be sucking if we had it for that long. But it does look like we are, once again, we are staying up into the high C flares for our baseline of consistent radiation. Let's go take a look at some other stuff. Let's go take a look at our sunspots and see what that big one looks like from yesterday, huh? I'll bet that thing's ugly. And here we are taking a look at the HDMI. Over the last 48 hours, we have this one going around the bend, going around, getting away from us, and look at this big ugly beast here. Ooh! Yeah, buddy, that is just not looking very friendly. That's coming right at us. These are actually growing in size, and look at all the little friends they have to play with. Ooh, this could be a very, very interesting coming week. And here we are looking at it in color, so we can clearly see the positives and the negative. Yeah, there's lots of friends coming around here. Now we do have the opportunity for some more M class coming out of this, both this region and this region. And definitely coming around here, we're definitely looking at some M, and this thing coming around getting more complex. It could definitely turn into an X flare, especially since we're in the seas now. Our baseline is in the seas, so we could wind up seeing some low X's out of this, depending on how much more we got as far as heat going on. I mean, we've got all this heat that was coming off constantly at us. This one, this one, this one. Yeah, we've got nine sunspots right now. We are at spaceweatherlive.com, and as we can see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 sunspots. 2916. Ooh, that's going to be an ugly one. That thing is really... Ooh, we'll have to see what happens with that. I suspect we're going to have another C class today, possibly even a low X. I see that happening. Just in time for Christmas. Looks like we are going to take a little glancing blow from the one that popped off that was coming at us. They're saying that it's going more south, which I would tend to agree from looking at what we saw. It is looking like it's going more to the southern side, the southern region of, South Pole, if you will, south of us. So that is very plausible. But I do see, you can see is right there, we are getting an impact from it, of the plasma, but not the majority of the stuff that's like 50 and 60 or higher. It looks like we're going to be getting stuff that's around 15 to 20, at least according to Enlil. Let's go take a look at the European Space Agency, see what they have to say. And according to the European Space Agency, yeah, this is what we're going to be getting tomorrow. Right now, we're right here in the low point, which I would concur with. And yeah, we're going to be getting right up here about 38 to 39 centimeters cubed in a spike. Yep, 38, 39, right around here. Yeah, buddy. And that's going to be on Christmas Eve, 6 o'clock in the morning. Then spikes down and then comes right back up for a pretty long-term event. Again, kind of saw this. I didn't see this part coming from yesterday. I remember it kind of going up and then being a long-term event. But, hey, spike up, down, and then either way, having a long-term event is not good. But I did kind of figure it was going to happen like this. I was just waiting for the models to catch up. Here at the Space Weather Prediction Center, and it's looking like things are calming back down according to them, that we're just up here into the 2s and 3s. We just came out of event mode, which I can agree with, but yeah, with that plasma coming in, I should say we're going to be going up a little bit. And as you can see over here, we had 1, 2, 3. Well, that's almost 4. That's so close. Oh, that's barely touching it. But let's go see what we got for absorption for X-rays. And here I am actually impressed. From what they were showing that we were going to be getting on Enlil, this shouldn't be in a G1 for a geomagnetic storm level 1. Look at this, a 5, some 4s and 5s. Yeah, from that plasma hitting us. Remember that I showed you over on the European Space Agency? Yeah, that lines up with this one. I'm actually impressed. And it's kind of hard for them to do that to impress me. Holy cow, look at all this data lost. Goodness. 8, 10 hours there? Holy cow, that's a lot of time missing, folks. Ooh, I don't like that. And here we are with our absorption. And we are getting a continuous dose of, I would say, right about 7 or 8. And that's what it kind of looks like up here, 7 to 8. We're getting into 10. Just continuous, because once again, we are living in a C-class flare. Constant state of C-class. That's what that baseline is that I was showing you. And every once in a while you get one that kind of goes up a little bit higher. I mean, we're at the low C-class base, but every once in a while it kind of pops up a little bit, and this is the results of it. It takes approximately 8 minutes for all solar flares to reach the surface of the Earth, because traveling at the speed of light, that's how long it takes for it to get to us. Again, these are X-rays, not the coronal mass ejections, not the plasma. Yippee-ki-yay, fun times. Make sure you're wearing aluminum foil hats. Keep it out of your melon. I'm going to be honest, I've been trying to get this bugger to work, geospace magnetosphere cut planes and pressure, where we can see where the back pressures are. and this is from the University of Michigan. Okay, go Wolverines! I'm a big Michigan fan. However, it has not been working since the 18th, and that's kind of frustrating and possibly alarming. None of these have worked since the 18th. I have not been able to get them to work, and I've been trying. As soon as these models are up and running and I can use them, I will let y'all know. Promise. And here we are at 304 angstroms of light. Looking at our sun, we can see the flares popping up. We're actually going to see quite a bit of plasma coming our way. We're going to see a section coming off here. Ooh, look at that. Another one coming off here. We've got another little bugger kind of reaches around over here around the corner. So there might be a little bit off of that, but I'm not sure. Looks like some plasma came off there. There it is. A little bit there. Looks like a lot of it gets captured, but wouldn't surprise me if some of that came off at us. So, yeah, we do have a little bit of plasma inbound, and as we saw in the European Space Agency, we do have a nice little peak, and it was probably off of this bugger right there. That's between those two, kind of probably a combination of the two. So that's what we'll be getting on Christmas Eve. And over here at SDO, we can actually see quite a bit of plasma coming off. This bugger comes off right. This one actually starts the chain reaction for this one. But this one here comes off. Watch this. And just shortly after, this thing comes off. And actually, there's quite a bit coming off of this. Watch this. Look at that, baby. And then you can see it. I'll back it back up. Look at it. Look at how much comes off of that. Whoosh. There's quite a bit that pushes off. And then you can see it hitting the satellite. And that was pretty fast for that satellite to hit. And then, again, we get the sun getting fired upon, causing a flare. Ooh, did I miss it? Oh, where did it go? Oh, there's another one. Right here, that goes along the bottom here. You can actually see the plasma coming off here. See it moving around there? Whoosh. It actually, some of that got let loose. Yeah, lots of fun. Little bit here. That's coming into this morning. Yeah, not a whole lot, but there's definitely some. Oh, should we see a little buddy? Yeah, there he is. How you doing, friend? So, yep, definitely got some fun stuff going on. See if I can get the sun being shot at again. Yep, there it is. Bink. Point of impact. Look at that. Almost looks like a cross, doesn't it? If you turn it sideways, looks like a cross. Like X-Flare or XRP, the cross of Jesus. Actually, yeah, because it looks like it goes longer this way than it does this way. I don't know. Sometimes I do see things a little differently, but this kind of looks like the head of a dragon. Like this is the eye, this is the brow. You know, up here is the, his ears or horns, if you will. And his snout comes out here, and here's his teeth. His mouth is open, coming down here, blowing fire out, and here's his bottom teeth, his bottom jaw coming in like this. Doesn't that kind of look like a dragon? Looks a little eerie, almost like Smaug. Very interesting. But let's just carry on. So we can see those areas here, and it is definitely a confirmation here on 193 of the plasma that's going to be inbound. So we'll take a look at it later on today and see if there's anything else that we need to be concerned about. Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like Lasco is down for us to actually see any real-time updated stuff. The stuff that we were seeing over on SpaceweatherLive.com and Spaceweather Prediction Center is older data. They don't have the new stuff up. So all we got is seeds. And yeah, it's just kind of okay. We can obviously see there's a planet here and one appears here kind of at the end of it. And we had a little something here. It could have been a comet or some kind of flying object in space. Who knows what it was, right? And this is this is the best we're gonna get from seeds. You can see something being pushed here. This is from yesterday. We have no images for today. As soon as it gets back up and running, we have a couple things that we're waiting on, and I'll get back on and give you guys an update. So you guys stay safe out there. Love is the only way forward.